So let's talk about the Habit Blaster study. This is the design of the Habit Blaster study. There are 3 conditions, and we have a color associated with each condition. There's condition 1, which is green, condition 2, which is blue, condition 3, which is red, and those colors associated with each condition will be helpful later on when you hear more about some of our procedures. But what will happen is participants will come in, and while they're completing these computer-based questionnaires, they will also complete 2 intervention components. In condition 1, they will form implementation intentions for homework distractors, and they will perform a drink go-no-go task. In condition 2, they will form implementation intentions for unhealthy drinks, and they will do a go-no-go task to help them avoid homework distractors. And in condition 3, they will form implementation intentions for unhealthy drinks, and they'll perform a drink go-no-go task to help them resist those unhealthy drinks. Now, with all the conditions, after they've gone through these intervention components, they will be placed in a room for 10 minutes where they'll be given access to a variety of snacks and drinks, and during this time, the choices they make and the time it takes them to reach those choices will be observed and will be recorded on concealed cameras, and those observations will then be coded and cataloged so that we can determine if these particular intervention components were effective. Now, it's probably a little confusing, so let's give you some more specifics about what we mean. First, condition 1 and condition 3. The big difference between these two is that condition 1, they're forming implementation intentions for homework distractors, and in condition 3, they're forming implementation intentions for unhealthy drinks. Now, you may ask, what is an implementation intention? Well, it's this. It's an if-then statement. So what happens is, adolescents in this case will select an image of something that distracts them from doing their homework, such as a game controller. We then take that image and we ask them to memorize it in the form of an if-then statement. If I see whatever you select, then I will resist it. That's your implementation intention for homework distractors. Along the same lines, if you wanted to form one for unhealthy drinks, it would look like this. If I see Coca-Cola or whatever it is that you select, then I will resist it. So, in condition 2 and 3, they'll form those statements for drinks. Condition 1, they'll form it for homework distractors. Now, let's go on and talk about the go-no-go task. The big difference between condition 2 and condition 3, you'll notice, is that in condition 2, they do a homework go-no-go task, and in condition 3, they do a drink go-no-go task. Now, what, you may ask, is a go-no-go task? Well, it's like this. What will happen is, first, you'll see a blank screen. Then, you'll see an image. Now, if it's an image of something that would encourage you to do your homework, such as a calculator, then you're supposed to press a button on a computer. So it's basically a reaction time task. You see a positive image, in this case, something that would enable you to do your homework. You press the button. Then you get a blank screen again. And if the next item that pops up is one of those that you selected previously that distracts you, you don't press anything. And you repeat this process multiple times. And this practice helps build resistance. Now, drinks work the same way. You get a blank screen, and if you get a positive image, such as a bottle of water, you press the button. And then you get this, the image you selected. And if that's the case, if it's an unhealthy drink you selected, like Coca-Cola, you don't press anything. Same logic applies. We're just helping adolescents practice this behavior so that they're encouraged to select water and encouraged to resist selecting that is unhealthy for them, such as Coca-Cola. Now, let's go back to that main diagram that shows the design of the study. Hopefully this makes a little bit more sense now. So, that's a quick overview. There are additional details, and the specific hypotheses are laid out in the accompanying training guide. But that is just a quick introduction to what we are exploring in the Habit Blaster study.